There's always something about that last banner that makes you really want to summon, especially during major celebrations. I don't know what it is, but I acknowledge it. I know it exists, which is why I am making this video. Because since Super Boo will be the next LR and the last major release before the start of Global's 8th year anniversary, that makes him the ultimate bait. Because if you can survive Super Boo, congratulations, you made it to the start of the 8th year anniversary. And there's a lot to talk about in this video, primarily trying to get you to understand or trying to get you to see all the surprises that Dokkan might throw your way, all the curveballs Dokkan might throw your way to entice you to summon. Because remember, Dokkan's endgame is for them to make money. And if they can deplete your stones during this release, then, you know, if you have a habit of spending money on Dokkan, then they're going to catch you. I'm not going to let that happen to you, okay? There's a lot to talk about, but of course, I do have a quick subscriber challenge or push-up challenge, depending on whether you're subscribed or not. Last video, I forgot to flip the coin. I will not make that same mistake in this video. This is the way it's going to work. I need you to pick a side of the coin and don't change that side of the coin once you picked it. The same way how when you summon on the 8th year anniversary banners, you can't just summon and then say, you know what, no, I want those stones back, let me choose a different banner. It's not the way it works. You have to commit. This is testing your RNG for the 8th year anniversary. But again, very simple. Pick a side of the coin and stick with that side of the coin in your head right before I, go ahead and spin it here. If it lands on the side that you picked, then you can skip today's subscriber challenge. Your RNG is looking pretty good, and I will try and catch you lacking in the next one. Stay tuned for that. But if it doesn't land on the side that you picked, then you got caught lacking today. And if you're not subscribed, you got to subscribe to the channel. But at least you're keeping up to date with all 8th year anniversary info. And if you are already subscribed, then drop down and give me 6 push-ups. It's time for the baby army? I don't know. For us to get a little bit stronger before the 8th anniversary. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, flip. I'm telling you right now, don't switch that side. Heads. All right, it is what it is. If you picked heads, congratulations. If you didn't, you know what you gotta do. Drop down and give me 6, or you got caught lacking, you gotta subscribe. It is what it is. I'll see you in the next one. Again, let's actually hop into this video though. So when it comes to Super Boo, the first thing I'm going to do is actually just prove to you really quick why he is the next LR arriving on the Global. And again, this is based off of years and years of previous, history with this stuff. I can always still be wrong, right? I'm just saying this for the video, right? If Dokkan decides to make a quick change, they can definitely do that. I don't have, future sight, right? So I'm just not able to see or predict with 100% accuracy what's actually going to drop next for Global. But it doesn't really matter because the things I mentioned in this video are pretty much going to be the same, okay? But anyways, he is the April LR for JP. And for the last 3-4 years, the April LR for JP tends to be the June LR for Global, the last major release before the anniversary of that year. So we have, let me go ahead and delete you. 3 years ago, the April LR for JP was Vegeta and Nappa, and they were the June LR of Global, the last major release before the 5th year anniversary. 2 years ago, it was Tapion and Minosha, the April release for JP, and then the June release for Global, the last major release before the 6th year anniversary. And just last year, Goku and Piccolo, the April LR for JP, and boom, the June LR for Global, the last major release before the 7th year anniversary. I expect nothing less of this Super Boo here. So I'm telling you right now, there is a 99.7% chance he's dropping next, but even if he's not, the things I mentioned in this video will still hold the same amount of weight. This is what his banner looks like, okay? This is not a great banner by any means. You have some good LRs here and the potential of getting some other good LRs, but it doesn't matter. When we're this close to the anniversary, there's no amount of stone, expenditure that you can really justify. Even if there's like a 5 stone discount, it's just not worth it. And the reason why is I've had multiple summon sessions where I am only 1, 2, 3 Dragon Stones away from the next multi, and sometimes that's the next multi I need to get a freebie after that. When you are 3 stones away from a multi and you have no other way of getting Dragon Stones, your first thought is going to be, oh my god, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have spent here. I should have, only if I stayed this, and this, right? Especially if you didn't pull what you wanted. You're going to be extremely upset at yourself, and it's not worth it over a character like Super Boo. It's just not. Honestly, none of these characters on this banner are even worth you having that experience before the 8th year anniversary. And I'm dropping this video a while in advance. Today's what, the 15th? So it's about another, I would say 4, 5, 6 days before this character releases on global. This is enough time for you to get it through your head that no amount of stone expenditure is worth it. So I don't expect discounts on this banner, but you never know. I actually want you to expect discounts on this banner. I want you to expect that Super Boo will be buffed specifically for global. I want you to expect that this banner will completely change, and that there's going to be some, like, I want you to expect Zamasu featured. I want you to expect Goku and Frieza featured. I want you to expect, Gohan and Goku featured. I want you to expect Turles featured. I want you to expect the best possible LR lineup possible. The best possible LR lineup possible. It doesn't make any sense, okay? I want you to expect the craziest things when it comes to this banner, so that way, when it actually releases, and they change Jack Diddley Squat, then you will be what? Disappointed. And when you're disappointed, what are you gonna do? You're gonna save your Dragon Stones. This is literally using expectation against everyone, because we all know we have expectations, right? We want these specific characters to be the best characters in the game, and when they're not, we're disappointed. Why not use the same thing here, right? If you're someone who loves to summon, I want you to sit right now, expect the best. Buffs for Super Boo, specifically for global. I want you to expect the best possible lineup. Crazy good discounts. The last one is a guaranteed featured LR. Do that. So when they change absolutely nothing, you're like, you know what, this banner's trash, I'm skipping. It's psychology, baby. All right, this is what we have to do. This is what we have to do to survive. And I get it. Some people don't care about Super Boo, but there's people who just have a summon addiction. I understand that, right? On top of that, there's something about the last banner. It's so weird. The last banner before a major celebration just makes people want to summon. I don't get what it is. Maybe it's like the excitement building up. I don't know, but it's a thing, and I acknowledge it. We have to fight that. There's also a video on my channel called addiction. Let me look at addiction here. I didn't spell addiction right. I didn't spell addiction right either, but here it is, right here. Look at this. Look at this video. This video is literally for you, okay? This video still holds true. I can definitely update it for sure, but this video holds 100% accuracy in ways that you can cure your summon addiction, especially right before the last major release for global, which makes them immediately tons and tons of bait. I will also say this, right? Every multi you do on this banner is not only a multi you're losing for global, but the value of everything else you're losing on global, it just doesn't make it worth it, right? So for example, when I say global, I mean the anniversary. When you summon during the anniversary, you have a buy 3 get 1 free. So every multi you do is working your way towards a freebie. But on top of that, every stoned multi you do is giving you 3 tickets. And with 10 tickets, you can perform a multi-summon on that same exact style of banner, right? So for example, if you're summoning on the GT Boys, and you do 3 stone multis, that's 9 tickets that you have for the GT Boys ticket variant of that banner. So you need, in theory, right, 4 stoned multis to get 12 tickets, 10 of which can be used to do a multi on whichever banner you've been summoning on. So that's tickets and freebies that you are literally giving up for every single stone multi that you do for a banner that's not going to have anything. It's not worth it. There's so much value per multi that you are leaving on the table by trying to chase a copy of a character that you are not even going to use. On global right now, he doesn't have, does he have a 200% lead? I don't think so. No, right? I still believe he doesn't have a 200% lead. And even if he does, who cares? He is not a character you're going to be using that much. Even if you're like a massive like Super Boo fan, at 55%, it's just not going to be a character you're like, oh my god, he's so good, I really like. It's not that serious. It's really not. It's really not. This character's good. I'm not saying he's bad at all. I'm just saying the 8th year anniversary, even the part 2 LRs just have so much on this unit here. It's not worth it. So let me know what you think. Any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments. I will also mention this right now. Week 2 of the giveaways will be happening tomorrow. So stay tuned for that because, you know, again, we're giving out, we're doing cash giveaways every single week leading up to the anniversary, and tomorrow is week number 2, so please don't miss out on that. I will be changing the way this works though, because I got some feedback, which is definitely fair. So I'll be changing the way this works. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.